So if nearly half of all blacks are not okay with white people, according to this poll, not according to me, according to this poll, that's a hate group. That's a hate group. And I don't want to have anything to do with them. And I would say, based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people.
Well, that's pretty blatant. So the poll that he's referring to is one which asked a variety of Americans whether or not they agreed with or approved of the statement, "It's okay to be white." Something like 40% of black people did not approve of the statement, "It's okay to be white." So Scott Adams, who is a very smart man, interprets this as black people saying it's not okay to be white. Of course, it's worth noting that the phrase, "it's okay to be white," is literally a white supremacist 4chan psyop that was constructed as a dog whistly and leading way to promote a white-centric political agenda in a way that sounds like it's, unambiguous and neutral. It's kind of like the arguments people will make where they're like, well, if you're okay with black pride, why aren't you okay with white pride? And it's like, in the abstract, I'm fine with the idea of like plenty of white pride like culture festivals. There are for the Italians, the Irish, the Polish, the et cetera, et cetera. So the problem is that when you actually say white pride and get together with a group of other people who are saying white pride, you don't see people celebrating ethnic cuisine. You get January 6th or like Charlottesville. The real problem here, let's face it, is with white people, because I have been to events full of people saying black pride, and you know what I got there? Cool Kwanzaa hats and tasty food. If you go, however, to a rally of people who are screaming white pride, the most you're liable to get is your teeth kicked in, or, I don't know, a bunch of cool shots of people failing to spray paint swastikas on the sides of synagogues. So it's one of those leading question things. Do black people approve of the statement, "It's okay to be white"? Well, considering the fact that the statement was literally constructed to, disingenuously promote a white supremacist agenda, I would hope not. Are black people okay, however, with white people existing at all? At least some of them.
Get the fuck away. Wherever you have to go, just get away. Because there's no fixing this. This can't be fixed. Right? This can't be fixed. You just have to escape. So that's what I did. I went to a neighborhood where, I have a very low black population. Because unfortunately, there's a high correlation between the density. And this is according to Don Lemon, by the way. So here I'm just quoting Don Lemon when he notes that when he lived in a mostly black neighborhood.
Again, please keep in mind that this isn't just some random far-right culture war guy. This guy is one of the most, at least up until now, beloved American comic strip artists ever. Dilbert is one of the most well-known and culturally influential, newspaper comic strips just in the history of that medium of sharing information. And, oh no, he's been crazy for a while, for sure. I do genuinely think that Scott Adams is kind of fucking insane. And he's been getting worse with time. But this is still, like, a lot. Yeah, there's a big difference between suspecting the Dilbert guy is kind of a conservative and him, like, Sieg Heiling at the beginning of every one of his podcast episodes. It's, like, there's definitely, like, a tone shift here.
There were a bunch of problems that he didn't see in white neighborhoods. So even Don Lemon sees...
Oh, that's crazy. Black neighborhoods have problems that you don't necessarily see in white. I wonder why that is. That's crazy.
A big difference in your own quality of living based on where you live and who's there.
Oh, dude, majority black areas have different average qualities of life than majority white areas. That's crazy, man. I'm just now reading a big textbook called America, and I'm learning all this for the first time. I'm like that muscular guy with the Snapchat. Like, dude, just found out about racism. Breaks my heart.
So I think it makes no sense whatsoever as a white citizen of America to try to help black citizens anymore.
Wow. That's blatant.
It doesn't make sense. It's no longer a rational impulse. And so I'm gonna back off from being helpful to black America.
Warning going out to all black Americans, okay? The Scott Adams welfare program is canceled, all right? Yeah, the Dilbert reparations program is being deconstructed as we speak. It's over. It's over, and it's not going to get better.
Because it doesn't seem like it pays off. Like I've been doing it all my life, and the only outcome is I get called a racist. That's the only outcome. It makes no sense to help black Americans if you're white. It's over.
It's over.
Don't even think it's worth trying. But those who don't want to focus on education, you just need to get away from them. Just get as much distance as you can. That's my recommendation. And I'm also really sick of seeing video after video of black Americans beating up non-black citizens.
Oh man, he's full on doing the thing where like he scrolls Twitter on like the white nat pages where they have like 3 video clips of black people punching white people that are from like 2012 or something. Oh my god, man. It's like fully mentally ill. It's actually, oh man.
I realize it's anecdotal, and it doesn't give me a full picture of what's happening. But every damn day I look on social media and there's some black person beating the shit out of some white person.
See? Oh man, he has like Twitter version of Fox News Boomer Brain. It's because of the people he follows, To finish the segment, the conclusion for everyone now is that racism is bad, and this is very funny. Scott Adams is not mentally well, and his mental unwellness is an explanation but not an excuse for his virulent racism. The racism that he is demonstrating here is not just your average run-of-the-mill, ordinary old guy unfamiliarity with progressive talking points. It is some actual, like, white nationalist. My feed is full of, like, white nationalists posting videos of black people beating up white people from, like, 10 years ago. I think we need a full, like, national separation of the races. That is literally what he's advocating for. It is some pretty extreme hardcore racism, and the loss of so many of his comic strip publications is fully justified. This is where he said he's identified as black for years. I mean, he looks like it, so I guess it's not that ridiculous. I've lost 3 careers to direct racism so far: Crocker Bank, Pacific Bell, and cartooning. All 3 were perpetuated by white people for their own gain. No black person has ever discriminated against me. That's partly why I identified as black for several years. Wow, he actually is insane. He actually is like, his brain is soup. That's crazy. Genuinely, like, mentally ill, like falling apart internally. That's wild. That's crazy.